Yeah, what's up, kings and queens? We're back again, and as usual, we go into the Maywa case to see if we can find some sense out of it, if we can make some sense out of it. Before we do it, before we go to that process, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Now, Rata did not want to let the witness expect the expect ballistic expect for the defense to come or to sit there through the proceedings, right? He did not want it. You could see he was not up for it. Now, you can see why. That guy added a lot of value to the cross-examination of the defense because you could see how he was interacting with Ramsepede, that knowledge was being shared there, and he was able to rebut some of the things that Mangena was saying, and even come up with some of the terminology that Mangena did not introduce us to. Now, I think it was a splendid job what Ramsepeli did and what Mr. Mngomezulu did. Mr. Mngomezulu in the morning told Mangena that there will be a witness who will come and testify, who will show that that bullet that is missing, that Mangena did not find, because people said 3 shots. Witnesses in the house said 3 shots were fired. Mangena said it's only 2 in the house, and then the other one was probably fired when they were going outside. Now, we come to find out that Longwe also was injured, self-inflicted wound during that event. And then it's apparent that he went to seek medical help somewhere in order to be able to alleviate the pain. So we will see. We can only guess what that witness will be. And Rata also wanted that witness to be publicly named when Mngomezulu alerted him that no, it can't happen like that, because the witness said he doesn't feel safe or she doesn't feel safe. They would only be able to be named when it's time for them to witness. Yeah. Wow, that's an A plus. That's an ace up their sleeve, right? A witness will come and say things like that. Wow. Listen, I think the state is getting very deep into it was 64, or what did Nisi call it, from 6 feet to 24. Now I think it's not 60. They are way in compared to even looking at the fact that looking at what Mangena was doing yesterday, like it was going downhill, right? So today it was bound to go more downhill. It is apparent that the state expect. In fact, before we go there, Makubu also told Sibia. That's what Mr. Mngomezulu said. Makubu told Sibia that Sibia, there were no intruders here in the house because he was asked for his input. Now, that's when Balu stood up. So it's hearsay. I mean, how can Balu call this hearsay when all along Mr. Mngomezulu said he will call Warrant Officer Makubu? He just told him, what you have to do is just concentrate on calling Officer Bentley, the one who you were relying on his hearsay evidence throughout Mangena's testimony. Now, obviously, Balu, it's not like his ducks are not in a row. They are not. Because he's jumping up with frivolous objections when it's apparent that there are holes that are so wide in his evidence. Now, Rata was only fair for that moment when he decided to request the typing of the missing record, right? He's back to his normal self today. He's back to being what we are used to seeing from him. We are used to seeing him being a witness, being a prosecutor, being all of that. So what can we say about that? We are awaiting his final judgment. You could see all the remarks he was saying today. You could hear that he's trying to, even at some point, he was even lost. At the point when they were talking about uh, the, the defense expert came with a different, totally different firearm, and he fired it and was able to reproduce the same mark on the bullets that the Mangena produced. He was able to replicate those, to duplicate or whatever, to do the same, to come up with the same marks. Rata was confused on that point. He was, is it the same gun? Is it two guns? What, like, and then when he found out that he was lost, he wants to turn it around as, no, I understand English. That means it's one gun that was trying to replicate the other gun that was doing, that did, they did. I mean, you could see here he was totally lost. He was just trying to force matters. Hence, Ramsipeli told him in the morning, I think the court is jumping the gun. He was jumping the gun too much today. Guys, before we go too much into this, I think we know that the state is grasping at straws, to say the least. Let's see what's going to happen. It's going downhill. It's going to be worse when it comes to Munisi, Ngumalo, and Msholo. Let's see if Mr. Mangena can hold his own. But already, he's a dubious witness to me. He's allowing a lot of, like he's cutting a lot of corners. There are a lot of protocols that he doesn't obey. He's coming up with his own dubious science of pointing out people using measurements. And it's apparent that there are some terminology that he didn't use to avoid certain things. How you come up to conclusions. Because he was very defensive when they showed him that to come up to a clear conclusion, you have to have like the terminology known match and unknown known match, something like he didn't introduce that to us because with that terminology, I mean, there are meters there. There are protocols that if you match these many striations, then you don't get these striations. Like you won't be able to say conclusively that this was the gun. And besides that, another gun can produce the same striations that you were able to produce using a different gun. See, so like Mangena's evidence is dubious at the least because he's even denying that a 38 was used when he was not there. He's not saying possibly it might have been used because there were no cartridges on the scene. He's just saying it was not used because he found the bullet of. I mean, he didn't find them. Somebody gave it to him. So, Mhlahlo. So, how does he know that Mhlahlo found those things there? How is he sure of that? Because Mhlahlo gave it to him. He didn't find them himself. All he saw was the holes. Anyway, let's not go too deep. Before I go, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Peace, kings and queens. We dig your support. We love. Much love.